everyone, welcome back to the video. It has been a while. I know every time I make a YouTube video I always say, oh, it's been a while since the last one, I'm going to be consistent now. But things have changed, we've got a lot to catch up on really. Haven't updated the vlog in over 4 weeks I think. So basically we came to the end of the off season and we're now transitioning into a mini cut. So I'm going to be dieting for the next 8 to 10 weeks. I'm going to go into a full sort of breakdown of what the mini cut is and how the bulk went, etc. But yeah, so that's how it's gone. Gyms are open, which is fantastic. I've already had 2 sessions back, trained upper body and lower body, and surprisingly I'm not too aching. I think I managed my DOMs pretty well. I managed the volume well, managed intensity well, and touch wood, my legs don't feel too bad today, so that is good news. But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm finally going to get some regular content out every week, back to the 1 a week, and I want to document this journey to get in hopefully quite lean. We've got 8 weeks, I reckon 8 to 10 weeks, I reckon in that time I can pull off anywhere near 10 kilos would be kind of cool, 20 pounds. And it will also be interesting to see how much muscle I put on since I last dieted in 2019. So yeah, that will be exciting indeed. I'm just having a little coffee and I've just had my breakfast, which is an omelette. I'll do a full day of eating at some point and I'll explain my calories a little bit later on. I'll explain the diet, I'll explain the mini cut, I'll explain how the bulk went. If you're here for the progress, here for the journey, then you know, strap in, grab yourself a hot beverage and enjoy. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, let's go. Mini cut, here we come. So let's go over how the bulk went and the plans for the mini cut coming up. So I'll put some pictures on the screen. So I started the bulk in September at about 203-ish pounds. This was after going on holiday. This was after recomping, after not training from June to September was a kind of a recomp phase where I was basically just trying to build the muscle I'd lost from not my body fat down a little bit, and I kind of stayed the same weight really. I stayed at about 197 and I guess I put on 5 or 6 pounds, but I looked a lot better. So that took us to September, and then I began the off season there. I started my calories at around 3,000, 3,200, and I pushed up to about 216 pounds from September to January. So I'll put that on the screen now. And yeah, so that was good. I saw a lot of progression in that time. That was 260, that was sort of a 13 pound increase, but condition was very similar, so that nearly was all muscle I would say, or a large proportion of it was muscle. And then that was the first kind of phase. Went home for Christmas and then came back, and basically the same thing again. Calories were getting pushed up the whole time, so as body weight stalled, calories got increased, and I was on around 3,700 calories for a while, and I was maintaining fine, and then I plateaued for a bit. So I had to bump them up to around 4,000, and that was where I ended the bulk on about 4,000 calories. It wasn't terrible. Digestion did take a hit, did start to feel slightly bloated, did feel like a lot of food, but it wasn't horrific. And so yeah, then I went from 216 to 225, 227 at my absolute peak. The gains made from September to January were a lot more noticeable than the January ones to March, but nevertheless I still feel like I put a good amount of size on. Bear in mind this was all done pretty much in home training. From September through to April when I finished, I had 1 month in the gym. Actually no, a little bit longer. From September to October we were in the gym, and then yeah, it was basically like lockdown for the whole time. So I'm proud of what I've done. I've made a lot of improvements to my physique in that time, and yeah, I think that went well. That put me in a good position. I think I brought up everywhere that I needed to. My legs are a strong part, so quads came up quite nicely. I'm still trying to focus on this top line, bringing my chest up, bringing my arms up, and I definitely think I did from the progress photos. So yeah, that's the bulk really. That's how the bulk went, and now we're into the mini cutting phase. So I'll outline that in the next clip of how I'm going to attack this mini cut and basically just tell you all what a mini cut is, and yeah, go from there really. Yes, I am excited for this one. We've got a pull session on the cars today. It's been probably the workout that I've been missing the most, maybe with legs as well, because I've just not been able to replicate that same connection, that same contraction that you do in the gym at home. I feel like, you know, every pulling movement I've done, I've been bringing myself to the bar or up, so it's an open chain movement. So it's going to be nice to get back and actually pull weight towards you and just get a little drop off at the end, so meaning it gets lighter as you get weaker. And also got a new hip hinge on the cars today, so a new pull off the floor, deadlifts, yeah, which I can't wait for. We've done RDLs for yonks now, so I want to try and get strong at pulling off the floor with no belt and just seeing what I can do. I mean, the best I got to last time was 200 kilos for 5 reps, I believe. So if I can get that near that again without a belt, I'll be absolutely buzzing. So yeah, just going to make a pre-workout meal, and then I'll see you in the gym for the pull session. So stick around and hopefully it'll be a good one. Yes, people, welcome back. How is everyone doing? Is everyone else a little bit sore after the first week back in training? I'm a bit, but not as much as I expected. Maybe that's because we were able to still train hard at home, so the transfer over back into the gym wasn't too bad. But anyway, I said I'm going to outline my cutting plans for the next few weeks, give you a little insight into what I'm going to do and how I'm going to attempt to get lean effectively. Basically, I finished the bulk on around 4,000 calories, and I have now dropped that down to 2,700 on training days and 2,400 on non-training days. So macros for training day are 230 protein, 340 carb and 50 grams of fat. And for non-training day is 230 protein, 240 carb and 60 grams of fat, just a little bit higher fat on training days. And yeah, that's the macros sorted, so it's not too low to start with. And yeah, that's what I'm basically going to start with the calories wise. Also, I'm going to be increasing my NEAT through steps. Before I've been doing about 3 to probably 5,000 steps a day, so I've completely ramped that up to 10,000 steps a day. It's basically, when you're trying to lose weight, it's all about energy balance and being in a calorie deficit. So in order to lose weight, you want to be outputting more than you're inputting, so that means moving more than you're eating basically. So increasing NEAT is a very good way to do that. I'm not going to be doing any formal cardio of such so far. I'm just going to see how I go on calories and steps, and if I need to, I'll put some cardio in. So that's the plan really to start with, and yeah, hopefully we can get decently lean. We've got a pull session that you're currently watching, introduced stiff leg deadlifts in. I said I was going to do just conventional deadlifts, but when I was warming up, straight leg or stiff leg just felt better actually, and it biases the hamstring more than a regular deadlift, so I put that in 165 for 6, and then I backed off with 145 for 10. Also here you'll see I'm doing a prime row. I've done way more weight than this before. I put 5 plates on the top, but I never fully get it short. And one thing I've learned over lockdown, especially with my leg training, is that when doing lighter reps, focusing on lighter weight and a bit higher reps, so working in that 12 plus, really focusing on that contraction, slow tempo, eccentrics, I've seen my legs grow tremendously. So I'm trying to adopt that approach to everything else now. I really want to focus on form and contraction and not just trying to move weight from A to B. Obviously, I'm still applying progressive overload. I'm still trying to increase reps and weight each week, but that's not to the detriment of form. I want rep 1 to look like rep 10, and that's how I'm basically applying it here. I actually missed off an exercise when filming. We did a lat pull down with a more of a neutral grip, loaded it so that it drops off in the end range where you were weak, and then moved on to some rear delt flies and biceps to finish. So It was a good session all in all. I'm very happy to be back. I can't wait to get cutting, can't wait to start the fat loss process. So far I've actually had a big drop on the scales this morning, and I'm about 3.5 pounds down since the start. The start of the week I had a very shaky, I was the exact same weight for about 4 days on the trot, and I was thinking, am I even in a deficit here? But I am, so yeah, I'm happy with that. I thought actually it'd be useful to touch on how I even came to those calories that I decided to start the diet on. So 4,000 was my surplus, so I kind of envisaged that my maintenance would be around 3,500, and then I took 800 calories off that to put me at 2,700. I think taking away about 8 to 1,000 calories is a good place to start. And yeah, I mean that's quite aggressive for a mini cut. I then, another way you can calculate it is to times your body weight by between 10 and 12. I calculated mine by 12 and I got 2,700. Training day and non-training day calories differ just from the fact that I'm purely not outputting the same amount on a non-training day because I'm not going to the gym, so that extra bit of output, I want to try and match that with calories, so just taking off 100 grams of carbs basically there. And yeah, I'm hoping that will get me to a point which I can get decently lean. I think if I can finish the diet around 205 pounds, which is about 20 pounds down from now, I'll be pretty happy with that, because I finished the diet 2 years ago at 186 pounds, so that would be a 20 pound increase, and that would be very nice indeed if I was a similar weight or similar level of body fat. I mean, I got lean, but not that lean, not shredded, and I want to see that six pack this time. But yeah, that's the video concluded. I've had to film this clip several times. The mic has been playing up. It's been a bit of a nightmare, so it might seem a bit disjointed. I hope it doesn't come across like that. I hope you've enjoyed this first video back. I'm excited to get back on the filming train, get a video out every week, so you can follow along the journey, see me trying to lose body fat, see me trying to get in decent shape for summer. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I'll have more videos coming, full days of eating, training, and you know, showing how I can balance dieting whilst being at uni, being a student, and whilst having a bit of a social life at the same time, because it's all about #balance, isn't it? But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.